With another fine mess you've gotten me into.
Me?
You.
Me?
As usual, it's all Don's. Oh, is your halo getting?
See the halo?
Your halo's getting tarnished, is it?
Oh, no, it's clean as a whistle.
What have you done to me, Don?
You drove here. I didn't drive you here.
You're the one that had the Siri telling you which way to go. We found a boat. And usually we don't like boats because Don can't swim.
I can swim. I was a lifeguard.
Really?
Back in my day.
When was that? 1832?
18 something, yeah.
That's what I figured. Well, Don, who swore for months that I don't need no more machines.
Well, I don't. This isn't a new machine. It's a replacement machine.
No, it's not.
It's not an addition to. It's a replacement.
You don't have one of what we're going to buy.
Yeah, I do. I have a big drill press.
You have a big Oliver drill grinder.
No, I have right now. I have a.
You don't have a big.
I have a Central Machinery big drill press.
We're not talking about that, Don.
Well, that's what I bought yesterday.
I know. See, you've got this disease.
No, you
need help.
Wait a minute. I'm only buying half of this. Who's buying the other half?
Did I?
The other man with the disease. The other man with the disease, right?
Did I mention that we're not telling my wife anything about this? Right. Okay. Right. Well,
go talk to Jim.
Don has been scouring Marketplace again.
Yeah.
After he spent months with this little paper cutouts of his shop going, well, I can put this here. It's like a guy playing with dolls, paper dolls, you know. You cut them out and move them around.
It's a smart way to do it. It's easier to move a little piece of paper than to move a machine around. I learned that when I used to lay out computer rooms. Believe me.
But you laid out computer rooms, you ought to know how to run a computer and do it that way. But no.
Nah.
Anyway, Don built his addition, which I'll show you some pictures of. It says, I will never have to buy another machine. I don't need any more machines, Steve. I've got video evidence of it, sir. You're not going to get out of this one. And yet, he's over buying machines.
Well, it's something that we need for something we bought a long time ago. A bunch of drill bits.
That's the one I try to get by my wife all the time, and it doesn't work either. Well, where are we?
Oh, end of the world here in San
Leon.
San Leon, and this man, I'm not really sure how to describe him. I think he's like us, a tool addict.
I'm an unemployed deadbeat.
A what?
Unemployed deadbeat.
Oh.
I retired in August, so now I'm an unemployed deadbeat.
Well, I think you also have old iron disease.
Oh, definitely.
This is Jim.
Hello.
And Jim is facilitating Don's habit. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And we've come to Jim's shop that he is moving out from because he's downsizing and going to a smaller shop now that he's retired. And he's got some stuff for sale. Don has tried to buy it all because he has this urgent need to build more shop. Right?
Hey, that's what I do.
Yeah. So we've come to pick up a special machine, and Jim has let me video and show you some other things that he may have for sale. Anything up here?
I really don't know what I'm selling, what I'm taking to my new shop. I didn't count on this happening, so I'm not prepared to say what's what. These
guys with cameras show up and just give you a head.
Yeah, and show the world how messy my shop is.
Oh, sir, this isn't messy. You can drive a forklift through it, that's not messy. Well, it looks like you're going to have a big shop wherever you go to.
My next shop is pretty small. It's about the size of my machine shop area, which is the back.
In the back?
25 feet. That's 25 by 45 back there. And my new shop is 25 by 35. So it should hold
25 by 35. Wow. That's just about a 4-car garage.
Yeah, well, it's a barn.
It's a barn?
I think it can hold 4 horses.
Well,
And this big forklift, it won't fit in the barn.
well, what we'll do is we'll give your contact information, and maybe we can figure a way that you could list stuff that people might want to buy.
Yeah.
And
So
then
far,
keep
doing
that
pretty
up to
good.
date.
With Don found out about it.
Well, Don's different. Don's almost rabid with old iron disease.
This old truck doesn't belong to me, just so everybody knows.
Okay.
This one of my best friends. He just bought it a few months ago and asked if he could bring it in here to rebuild it. So he works on it on weekends and after work.
Well, at least it's a nice, dry place to work.
Yep.
You got
And there was a time I loved this stuff, but now I don't even like watching them do it. I'm just doing these projects, these big projects, starting from nothing.
it takes, to do it right, it takes a long, long time.
Yeah, and he and I used to do all kind of really nice stuff.
You were telling me you were going to sell this grinder,
Yeah.
but you don't know.
I've never turned it on. I don't know which wire to plug in. I'm not an electrician.
What
I think it's a
What kind?
3 horsepower.
what kind is it?
I don't know.
You're my kind of tool buyer. Don't remember what you got.
No, I've never used it.
Well, needs a new pecker head. It looks. Oh no, that's not a pecker. That's just the wires going to the. Oh, that's
It
easy.
goes to everything.
That's easy.
The motor and the blower,
Yeah.
and I think it had electric lights as well. But I think it's 10-inch stones, 10 by 1.5, if I remember. But I've never used
Maybe
it.
a 12.
Oh, here's
it's
an
pretty big.
It looks like Cincinnati, but it can't be. Something like that, though.
Good chance that's what it is. Well,
But Cincinnati ends in an I. This looks like it ends in a Y. Can't read it that well.
big,
A nice
heavy
diesel
duty
engine
one.
for a boat. I'm in the
You-
boat stuff now.
You like boats?
Yeah.
They've gotten really expensive.
Well, I go through different phases. First it was tractors, trucks, boats, machine shop, guns. Just,
You've about covered them all.
yeah. What else is there in life? Huh?
Electronics, woodworking. Well, back here is where you do your machine work.
Yeah, this I set up my machine shop, and it's a little more organized than the other part. And this was supposed to be all insulated, air conditioned. In my, I live 3 blocks from here, a house on the water over there. And my goal was to have a machine shop here, walk 3 blocks to work, make 100 widgets, and go home. But
You built your own Quonset hut. It's one of them
Yeah.
bolt together buildings. These are neat.
yeah, me and 5 San Leon crackheads.
Standing on a crackhead.
Sheriff came one day and took one of them away.
I need him. Don't take him.
Well, I couldn't get him. That day he had other things to do.
Yeah. He's a
But
guest-
yeah, I would.
he's a guest of the county for a while.
Me and my friend Steve would buy machines and we'd rebuild them like this. That's a Logan, 14-inch Logan.
Oh, down here.
Yeah, and I bought it and it made noises in the spindle, so Steve and I took it apart. I bought new bearings and I just had to put it back together. But then Steve passed away, so
So
I figured
it's
this
time
out.
to
I was
go.
counting on him to remember. He was counting on me to remember. But we'll work it out.
Well, you're going to sell this one, right?
No, this
Or you're
one
going
is,
to
I
take
bought
it?
it to go to the barn.
Oh,
It's a single phase machine. It's smaller,
yeah.
and I bought it because I put it in out in the barn next to my house.
Well, we'll get it figured out. Maybe a little help. You got a nice roll of grinders and sanders, and don't know which ones are going or coming yet, but when we
This
know,
is a tool grinder, and it works. And I never used it. but it has flood coolant, and so you can have flood coolant tool grinder, and it's must be two. If this is the wire for it, it's 220. I don't know which wire goes to it. Yeah. Yeah, must be 220 single phase.
Almost all of these things I've seen in here are 220s.
Either
Or you've rewired
three
them
phase
for 440.
or no, nothing's 440.
Yeah. These are, you know, I have the same saw here. I have cut many thousands and thousands and thousands of feet with one.
That's my most used machine in
They
the
really
shop.
are.
Yeah.
You know, for years I had one of the 4-inchers.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah,
And they
$200 one.
Yeah, and I thought, man, for $300 you can. They run and run and run. But then I needed something bigger. Now I got some other bigger ones, but those are a very good tool, and they're jet.
Yeah, it's a good size.
Yeah, it's good size.
I belong to the Houston Home Shop Metalworking Group Club, and at our meetings, we'd meet in North Houston once a month. And I think it was Rutland Supply, once a year they'd have an auction and only invite the members of the club. And this was one of the things they auctioned off.
I'll be darned.
Equipment that was returned. The motor was bad, I had to buy a new motor. And this hydraulic cylinder to control the rate of feed.
It was bad?
Jet sent me a new cylinder, but I had to buy a new motor. But that's how
I paid like $1,800 for mine from Circle Saw. Bought it brand new.
Yeah, they're expensive, I know that. This
But
one was...
that was well worth it.
Something on this I made from Home Shop Machinist. This plate right here bolts to the vise.
Right.
And then there you got this plate. And with the two
Yeah.
plates, you can
Clamp things in better.
clamp things in all the way to the blade.
Yeah.
I can put a penny in there and cut it in half. Where without it, you know,
It's too, it doesn't have enough.
yeah, there's about an inch or so or more just to get to the blade. So this is one modification
Nice handy thing.
that was really good.
Hey,
And this-
hey, Don, get a screwdriver and bring it over here, please.
Not stealing the man's part.
One of
I
the
wasn't going to steal it. He was going to give it to me. You're going to barter for it for me.
another advantage is the blade rides next to this,
Yeah.
and it keeps the blade straight.
straighter.
You'd think
Yeah.
it would dull the blade, and I got extra blades, but it hasn't dulled, and I've used it a lot.
I bet I've put 200 blades through mine. And it just goes and goes and goes. Anyway, let's go around the other way. We've got all kinds of projects going on.
Yeah. Here's a nice vise that I bought not too
Oh,
long
this is
ago.
nice.
One of my last.
That's a nice one.
That's a Reed number 3C vise. And I work on oil rigs. That's how I made a living and bought all this stuff. And I always wanted a Reed vise, and I saw that for sale locally, and it was all rusty. I took it all
Used to
apart.
be able to get these things
Nice
dirt
job.
cheap till everybody started collecting them.
Well, that wasn't dirt cheap, even rusty. It wasn't dirt cheap.
Yeah.
But I stripped it down, and where I work, they have a big blast cabinet. You can put a whole blowout preventer, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In there, and then that's what they do. They put them in there and strip them down. I stripped that down 2 minutes in that blaster down to bare metal, put it back together. Got my son to do the white. I shake too much to do that fine detail work.
Looks good.
It's
Put it in the truck, Don.
give crank. I mean, the hoist up there is another one I took apart, and I had my son. He did the gold. I think it's gold painting. Yeah.
Did the outside? Yeah.
Yeah, he did the gold painting. I can, like I said, my hands shake.
Don't write ball bearings did.
Oh, this
Yeah.
gym painting, I got that at a building Harris County was tearing down to build a school. And I saw it in the building. I asked the demolition guy what he wanted. And I offered him $100 and I'll take it. You don't have to do anything. So I got the whole jib crane for $100, but it was just metal on metal, and it was really hard to turn. So again, me and my friend Steve, we found a piece of metal and made that bearing.
Well, I'll double your money right now. I'll give you $200 for it. See, I've been around Don too long. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Don't want to insult you.
I can take advantage of you like that.
Okay. I'd let you.
You let me.
Don't worry about it. I'll let you.
Well, we made the races, and those are just 1-inch steel ball bearings.
Yeah.
We stuck in there. Now it works wonderful.
It works.
Well, it's a nice size. It doesn't take up a lot of floor space.
Now it's got a 12-foot arm on it, and I've
Did
set
you-
it up where this is 25-foot wide area, so it'll go from one end.
Did you do anything to your floor? Or
Oh, when I poured the
just-
slab, I had this before I ever built the buildings. When I poured the slab, this is a main beam that comes through here, and where that is 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot deep cube of concrete
That's
with
good.
7/8 inch bolts down in it.
A lot of work.
It's not going anywhere.
Now this lathe you was telling me you're going to sell.
Yeah, this is too big to fit in what's going to be my new shop. This is an Okuma, I think LS21 is the model number. But it cuts inch and metric. Has a really
Inch and
unique
metric?
feature on the tailstock's rapid feed for the tailstock.
Right. So like my Axelson has dual speed. You pull the feed handle out and it goes to high speed.
Nice. And you
It
notice
really
that
makes a difference.
the taper attachment is not attached to the crosslight, it's attached to the bed.
Right.
So it doesn't add any weight. You're not moving the whole thing when you move your crosslight back and forth.
What does it turn to bed? How does it work?
Oh, there's a cover right here you take off. And
Hooks up to it.
I got this sleeve right here.
Okay.
So you line it up, there's a bolt. I made that little thing there. And that comes up through here, you line it up, and
Gotcha.
that will be on this pin.
All right, gotcha.
Now the big question, what tooling comes with it?
Oh, I got quite a bit.
Quite a bit of tooling.
That's an Aloris tool post. And these are tool holders.
So all this comes with it.
Yeah, maybe some of these, if it'll fit my other lathe, I'll
Take
keep
some
some of
of
those.
them,
But
yeah.
the tool holders for sure. And steady rest, follower rest, this 3-jaw and a 4-jaw.
And a 4-jaw. Well, your model is it?
I have no idea.
And it does inch and metric.
Yes. The cover's off. This doesn't have
By the way, it's in great shape, hardly any wear, man.
This doesn't have a mechanical brake. So on the lever to kick it into gear, you push it down and then it's got a soft start and a hard start. So you push it down and put it in reverse on soft and that breaks it. But it takes a little
Finesse.
finesse. Yeah, once you get used to it, it's no big deal.
Don could never run it. He doesn't have the patience.
I wish
Hey, Don,
Yeah, the waves are
shake
in
your
really-
head up and down, Don. Yes. Okay.
The waves are in really good shape on this one. You
got
Big
enough-
don't
question.
even have a ridge. You can't even feel a ridge there.
Can you load it?
Yeah, my forklift will lift
You
this.
got a loader? And now the $64,000 question. How much money
Yeah,
is it gonna cost
64,000 sounds about right.
us? Not right, 64,000. I got one right in my life. Thank you.
No, I really haven't. I'm still using it. I don't use it hardly anything in here at all. I've
Right.
kind of given up on it, but I still need it until I get that other lathe running. I'm not going to
Well,
say
I'll
for
let
sure
you.
this
I'll
for
let
sale.
you use Don's
For Dad, just bring it down to the barn.
tomorrow. Oh, there he is. Never mind. Well, you got all kinds of presses and what else we got over there?
There's a surface plate. Under all that mess is a
You got your.
surface plate.
Maybe I should bring my microscope out and put it up by mine, so I'll
I've
look
never used
important.
it. I just, in the oil field, the geologists use those to check the cuttings to see if there's oil possible oil.
Yeah.
And I always thought I look at the cuttings in the geologist's trailer, and they had a stack of them at a scrapyard, so I bought one.
Huh. I bought one for repairing circuit boards.
Yeah. This
Really nice to do it.
this was a electronics cabinet for some big ass machine,
So you just turned it into a tool.
and it was going to be scrapped. So I took it, and then I got this shelf at an auction for $20 or something. Took it all apart, put it together in the cabinet, and it's turned into a really nice tool cabinet.
It's almost as weatherproof, probably too.
Yeah, well, it's got holes. I haven't sealed it off. But funny enough, we're only 2 blocks from Galveston Bay, and my machines don't rust.
Really? Man, mine rust like heck.
I spray them down with a mixture of 50-50 kerosene and Marble Mystery Oil.
Yeah.
And I used to go away for a month at a time all the time, and I'd spray everything down with Marble Mystery Oil and kerosene, and that stuff doesn't dry, and they're not rusty.
I like Bow Shield T9.
Yeah.
It was invented by Boeing for that purpose, and it's not very expensive. You buy it off Amazon, and it works. I mean, and it's clean, it's not staining.
Yeah, this stuff, the more you use it, every time you wipe your machine down, it just gets cleaner and cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm real happy with that. I'm keeping the milling machine. That was given to me by a friend of mine.
Double your money.
Double it. Like I said, I just couldn't think
No.
of anything.
Okay.
But it was broken. A forklift or something that hit it and broke. There's a nut in there that's for the lead screws, and it was broken. And it had what do they call it? A ball bearing lead screw. It's got bearings in it.
Yeah, the thrust bearing.
No, that's not a bearing. Just ball feed. It's just instead of threaded rods, it's got spirals and steel ball bearings go in there. So I took that apart and got just a regular nut, and I had to make a little adapter here because I'm just using what I can get. You know, I didn't order this
That's
stuff.
half the fun.
And so I got it all back together and everything.
I like how you made your drill press into a little table.
Yeah, it works perfect. You line it up with the table, and then just slide the rotary table right onto the milling machine.
I tell you, the thing that I've liked over the years the most is very similar to what you've done here, only years ago, maybe 10 years ago, A-Bomb made a post that mounted onto the floor like this, and then he had different levels of tables mounted on that post, and it would swing away. So you could put more than one item on that and then swing it over and raise your table up and down to the right level.
This is cool too.
Come on.
So this vice caddy, it just swings out.
Yeah. This vice caddy, it just swings out, and you just raise your table up under it and open the vice, and now it's on your table. And when you don't want it,
Just go back.
clamp onto it. It's got a shoulder in there that it's not just friction grab. It's got a shoulder under there.
Clip it on.
That will not allow it to fall out.
Load this up too, Don. Here's a grinder. Who makes this one?
That's a hammer.
That is a
And it was,
Hammond Machine Builders.
and I've
Kalamazoo, Mexican.
had it for years, and again, never used it. It wasn't wired. I think it was wired 440, and I got the motor wired to 220, but I'm just not good enough in electronics. I didn't put the right starter box on there.
Box on it.
So, I mean, it runs, but the magnet doesn't energize. And it's just, this was a project just got put way on the back shelf. But that would be for sale, and that would be $200.
$200.
That one I put a price on. I just want it off my table.
Dr. Don.
And I'm pretty sure I've got the coolant tank and coolant pump
Yeah.
that goes with it somewhere.
Well, hell, it's worth that in scrap iron.
Yeah, I had a shaper here I scrapped out. Not a scraper, a surface grinder. And I think I got $86 at the scrap iron place. And then when I started working on this, oh shit, I should have kept the motor because I was thinking
the
this motor
motor's
might be
an
bad.
expensive part.
Yeah, I just didn't want to mess with it. This is a cast iron table. It's the feet, see all the adjustments. I think it was maybe old school surface.
It is. If it's
Precision.
that thick a cast iron.
It's not another precision about it now, but it is a nice.
Planer.
Well, you could take it off, put it on
Yeah,
the
if you had
planer,
a planer, yeah, you bet.
plane it, and then get Don to scrape it.
Hand scrape, you bet.
I can't even get Don to come over and do his 2-foot straight edge.
I've been busy with
How
my
many
project.
years has it been hanging on my wall?
4.
4. And I get grief from him.
I've got you just made me think of something I haven't thought of in years. Up in the front against the wall, it's a beam, I think about 4x4 cast iron beam that was precision for scraping or leveling and stuff like that. It's all rusty now, I'm sure. But that would need to be on like the machine you have.
Planer.
Get it all cleaned up.
And the planing's the easy part. It's the scraping. It takes a while. Well, sir, thank you for letting us look. I'll keep people advised on anything else you want to sell. And if they want to get in contact with you, how would they do so?
Would it be okay to give my number? Or?
Anything, I wouldn't give my phone number, maybe unless you really wanted.
No, I really don't want to.
Okay.
There's a lot of weirdos out there.
Yeah,
you
2 of them showed up today. Imagine that.
Yeah, look at this. I don't know how you'd do it otherwise.
Email.
Oh, email James Miller
James Miller
97 at hotmail.com.
at hotmail.com. James Miller 97 at hotmail.com.
Hotmail.com.
Oh, there's always stuff there's always things to look in a guy's shop. I
Another
mean,
guy's, yeah.
You know, I like just seeing what you have.
That'd be like a woman going to another woman's closet to see all the dresses.
Oh, and the
stuff.
shoes and shit, yeah. That's stainless steel plate on that bench right there. Got that at an auction.
Well, the reason Don drove me over here,
No, I didn't drive you. Drove.
you drugged me over here, was sitting right here.
That's because I just bought the drill press. I didn't have enough money to buy this myself too. So I talked to Steve, and Steve said, "Oh, we can go in halves." So don't blame it on Don.
Didn't I tell you about my wife? And here you are
Your wife
trying to
doesn't watch
out
your
me to the
videos.
world.
Your wife doesn't watch your videos. You said that.
You'll
I
probably,
kid.
you know,
Just kidding.
if you have the chutzpah to call the president of Everlast and clue him in on a video, I think you'll call my wife. Of course, my wife
Hey,
will.
whatever it takes to get the job done, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Here, you want to, that's the, what that machine is.
Look what.
See how much I shake? That's why I don't do fine.
5110.
Yeah. 510 drill pointer.
Okay.
And that seems to be the object of our drive over here.
This is the best ever made.
What are you?
Nobody likes it. No. The guy's
Oh, I grew up on these. Doing
the electrician on the rig. That's what he had. That's why I
Oh,
bought it.
I love these things.
You want one?
Best in the world.
I think I got one in my shop.
A Simpson?
I think so.
I grew up fixing computers with this thing. Man.
Well, it does look like about 112 years old.
It is.
I don't know if they're that old. They still make them.
That's how old Don is.
I have my
I don't
70s.
think it's obsolete because people like to do.
I love it.
Anyway, while they're over there reminiscing about history,
You know,
Oh, okay.
we're going to load this dude up.
yeah. I love those. I got good heart for those. Good heart. Many hours spent trying one of those things.
This is set up to do the big drill bits. And I'll show you more about it. Don's gonna paint it, and I'm gonna make him do the whole damn job. Not just me. Tell me about your paint job.
That one's small. That won't take that. That won't take long at all.
Well, Don, since you like them so much.
Are you kidding me?
But now this one, the battery terminal in the back got corroded. It needs a new terminal.
I'll fix it. Man, thank you. It's like going back in time.
Did they have batteries back then?
Squirrels in cages.
You're ruining my moment, Steve.
I'm sorry.
You're ruining my moment, man. I spent hours and hours and hours in computers and this one of these things.
Do you have to have somebody standing out in a rainstorm with a kite and a key and a wire down to it? No? It'd be fondling that all the way home.
There you go.
I don't even care about that. I care more about this.
Yeah, but glad it's going to a good home because the guys that come to do the electronics.
They don't want them anymore.
They don't know that. I don't want that. I want my digital one.
No. This one is visual. You can see everything.
It just needs the little clip that goes on, I think, one of those
It
9
even
volt
measures,
square
it
batteries.
even measures attenuation in dBs.
Well, I've got more important things to look at.
You go look at your little machine.